Here are some extreme actions that some women are taking in order to get attention after a breakup. You shouldn't be that girl because this actually makes you look crazy and you don't want that. You shouldn't text an unlimited number of texts. The only message that you're sending him is that you're actually going a little bit crazy and you don't want that. You're feeding his ego and he's craving all this attention. He's very happy and he's thinking, oh, I can't believe that she's falling apart like that. That's not a good image for you. Ask yourself, what's the point of sending a text? Because real relationships actually take place face to face. And texting is for teenagers. And if you are a mature woman looking for like a real relationship and maybe a marriage, you don't need this bullshit in your life. Sorry. The accidental text, the one where you are saying, oh, I'm sorry I wanted to send this text to someone else, but I sent it to you. Oh, how are you? No, don't do that. It's very obvious. And they know that it's not a mistake. You want to communicate with him and he knows that. Don't do that. When you're calling him repeatedly, it shows that you're dealing with a huge amount of stress. When you are in this situation, when you're feeling like all these emotions, you are in a place where you are possible to say things that you don't want to say, things that you're going to regret, things that you don't mean. So don't call him, just delete his number, or maybe don't block him, because he should be able to know that you are one phone call away and that he can contact you. He should know that. Like, that's a very good temptation. Never block them. Don't do that. Why do you do that? Stop begging and pleading, because think about that. If a man came out of your door and he was crying and he was begging you and he was pleading for you to be with him, would you date him? Desperate and pathetic is the exact image that you're portraying when you're texting him and calling him and showing up to his house. And that's not feminine at all. And that's not attractive at all. That's like, please leave. Like, you're the plug, please leave. You should have some pride and you should know your value, the value that you bring, and that you can find another one in a blink. Don't forget that you're the queen. And also that you have the pussy. And if you have the pussy, then you have the power. Stop giving your power up. You have the pee. The woman of his dreams is not a complete mess. Calling him as an unknown? Don't do that. It's creepy and it's like harassment. Driving by his house, stalker vibes, and that's obviously harassment as well. You shouldn't do that. Going to the places that he was going or that his friends were going, don't do that. Like, it's very obvious. Never let him know that you're falling apart. And especially with social media, that's completely easy to do. Like with stories and with posts, don't do that. Don't do that. Keep your things to yourself. Like, if you can demonstrate that you can restrain your emotions and that you have a control over your emotions, that's very attractive to a guy. I mean, it makes you seem that you are sane. Maybe we're not sane as women, but it makes us feel this way. So if you're cursing and if you're telling him that he will never find anyone better than you don't have to prove your value. Your value is there. You should be centered. You should be peaceful. You should be fairy-like, unbothered. Be like that. They will be around you forever, like bees are around honey. Men don't want you to care in order for them to care about you. Keep that in mind. Neighbor stalking, no, just delete him and delete him. That's the best thing to do. Delete him. This way he will miss you. And also, you want to send him away from you. You want to get away from him and you want to make him miss you and you want to detach yourself from him. And also, you don't care about what he's doing because he's your ex. You shouldn't care about what your ex is doing. It's none of your business. Let it be someone else's business. If he's not fulfilling your needs and wants, let him be someone else's business. Living with friends and family. Now, if you have like common friends and if you're working with his family, or if you became very close with his family, then if you still hang out because they're people that you like and that are in your life and you don't want to lose, I don't show them that you're falling apart. Don't mention him in your conversation and stuff like that. Say that, well, we're not together anymore, so there's nothing left to say. I don't have anything to say about him. Like, I'm moving on with my life and I'm good. If you're like attempting to make him jealous, he will understand. Don't act like you have a full life. Just have a full life and move on with your life and be happy with your life and meet maybe your perfect match. Or if he comes back, then you can put him through hoops and eventually like take him back if you want him. Continue to be that respectful, that peaceful, that beautiful, that fun woman that you fell in love with, because that's what you fell in love with, not the crazy mess that you might have become. No one wants that. Just believe that there is nothing that will keep a man away from the woman that he loves, and that he has the same means of communication as you have, and if he wants to communicate, he will, and he still has your number. Share this video with your girlfriends if you want to make their life easier. Before I got married, I was in so much pain. Maybe one day I will share some of my stories. I have some of my stories in a book that's going to be published soon, and like, if you read those stories like I'm now, that I'm completely detached from those stories, I'm in complete pain. So I'm in pain when women suffer and when we all suffer, and we have to go through all this shit with men. And there are simple steps that we can follow and play the game as we should in order for us to be happy. So yeah, share this video with your friends if you want to help them, as I want to help you. Like, subscribe, and let's all become like a huge family and exchange opinions and exchange helpful comments down in the comment section. Like, let me know what you believe. What's another thing that you would never do after a breakup? Like, help each other. Let's go. Kisses.